Okay. Demon just got out of can. I gave my bro in advance. Love is just not in my plans.
Can't keep my dick in my pants.
Yo, what is up guys, welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be versing the XR2 versus the M8A7 and also versing it against the 48 Dredge to see which one is the best gun overall. So if you did enjoy this video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe before this video starts. I would appreciate that a lot, and yeah, let's get into it. So I didn't include the P06 and also the RK5 because the snipers don't really count, and the RK5 is a pistol, so obviously it's not going to be good. And the P06, it's not really, it's a good weapon, but I'm comparing like assault rifles, LMGs, and like, yeah, you know what I mean. And yeah, let's get into this video. And also, we're not going to be just playing the game and just seeing which one is better by playing, because that doesn't really show anything. I'm going to be looking into the stats of all these guns and the actual stats, because other people, they just depend that video on how many kills they get. But one game they might be playing good, the next game they might be playing shit. They might have different opponents, different maps, everything might change, so that means that they're not really fully compared properly. Whereas this is actual stats and actual real statistics on these guns. Alright, so starting it off with the XR2, the movement speed on that is 0.95, and it is the same on the rest of the guns, so we're not going to give a point there, as you know, they're all the same and they're all equal. I'm actually surprised that the Dredge doesn't have low movement speed, because it's a heavier gun, and yeah, but it actually doesn't. They're all equal. And let's get on to the next point. So the next is the firing speed. The firing speed on the XR2 is 0.9. The firing speed on the M8 is 0.45, and the firing speed on the Dredge is 0.9. So for that, we're going to give the firing speed to the M8, as it has the lowest firing speed, which means you can shoot more bullets out faster. Next, we're going to be doing the ammo capacity. So the XR2 has 120 bullets, the M8A7 has 128, so just a bit more than that. And obviously, the Dredge has way more with 252. So since it has a whole load more ammo than others, we're going to give that to the 48 Dredge. So the damage minimum on the XR2 is 30 and the max is 40. And for the M8 it is 22 at minimum and 30 at max. And then lastly the Dredge, 24 at minimum and 30 at max. So for that, we're going to give the point to the XR2 because it's 30 to 40 range, whereas the rest are around 20 to 30, and so they're really lower, and we're going to give the point to the XR2. Alright, so we're going to be going on to the range minimum and range max. So the XR2 range minimum is 1501, and also the maximum is 1500. And the M8A7, the range minimum is 1501 also, and the maximum is 1000. The range minimum on the L4 Dredge is 501, and the range max is 500. I'm not sure really what these mean, but the Dredge has a way better higher score, so I'm going to give the point to that. But these stats are really weird, I don't really understand them properly, so I'm going to give that point, but I'm not 100% sure on that. And let's get on to the next point. Alright, so we're going to be doing the range of 3 hits on the XR2, which is 1500, which is the minimum of it. So you're going to be getting normally a 1 shot, as this gun is a 3-round burst, but anything for 4+ kills has to be over that range. So once it's past 1500 range, it will turn into a 4+ hit kill. So you'll need to press the button obviously twice, because it has 3 rounds. And yeah, let's get on to the M8A7. So the 4 hit kill on the M8A7 is 1500. So that means that pretty much they have to be really close to you to get a 4 hit kill, because it's a 4-round burst, so you have to have every single bullet on the guy, and also you have to be very close to the person. And then also it has 5+ hit kills, which is unlimited, so anything further than 1500 means that it's going to take 2 bursts instead of just 1. So the Dredge 4 hit kill is at 5000, and obviously the Dredge is a 6-round burst, I think, so it's going to be firing out a lot of bullets, so basically you're always going to get that 1 shot unless it's like on the foot or it's really far away. So 5+ is unlimited, but 4 hits is 500. So you're basically going to be getting that pretty often. If not, you'll be doing a 2-shot kill. So for that, we're just going to give the point to the 48 Dredge. And let's move on to the next. So next is the rate of fire, which is RPM, which means rounds per minute. So XR2 has 439 rounds per minute. The M8A7 591 rounds per minute. And lastly, the 48 Dredge has 743 rounds per minute. So for that, we're going to give the 48 Dredge the point. And for the reload speed on the XR2, it is exactly 2 seconds. The M8A7 is 2.3 seconds. And the 48 Dredge has a 4.015 reload speed. So for that, we're going to give the point to the XR2. And lastly, we got the ADS, which is aim down sight. So on the XR2, it is a 0.25, which is pretty fast, and it's also the same for the M8 0.25, but the Dredge has a 0.35 ADS, which is a bit more than others. So for that, we're going to give the point to the M8 and the XR2. So all tallied up, the XR2 has 3 points, the M8A7 has only 2 points, and the 48 Dredge has 4 points. So for that, the win's gonna go to the 48 Dredge, which means it's a way better gun than the rest. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. And yeah, peace out.